Yo, 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 it's your boy Joe, man, and we're going live tonight. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the live stream, man. I know it's been a minute since I live stream, man. I'm gonna try to get back to live streaming more often, man. But today, man, is a special live stream. We live streaming the Jacksonville Jaguars schedule release. I didn't get a chance to really watch it, man, but it seems like Trevor Lawrence like he cut his hair, man. So I got it recorded. We're gonna watch it again, and then we're gonna break down the schedule and talk about some games on the schedule and things like that. So without further ado, I'm gonna play the video here of the Jacksonville Jaguars schedule release, guys. So bear with me here. I had to record it on my phone, man. So yeah, so we'll go ahead right here. See that map. As y'all can see, Trevor Lawrence cut his hair, man. He cut it all off, dog. So it's going to look a little bit different going this year to the games. Now you're looking at number 16. You don't see all that the sunshine. So I think we gotta retire the name Sunshine for Trevor as far as his nickname. I think we gotta find a new nickname for him. Maybe T-Law might be his name moving forward, but that's a discussion for another day. But let's really get into this schedule release, man, and let's talk about some of these games. So week one, we got the Cleveland Browns, man. Now usually I will go on my thing about breaking down the schedule and just giving my schedule predictions. But I think I'm gonna do it a little bit different this year, man. So I'm not gonna really break down these games. Let's wait till training camp, and then we'll hold off on the predictions and schedules, and we think about games. So we're just gonna talk about some of these games individually and just really just deep dive into some of these games, man. So as you know, week one, we open up at home against the Cleveland Browns, man. And I think that is a good game to start off with. You got a new head coach and Mike Monken. Shedeur Sanders going to be starting week one. Deshaun Watson. So they got a lot of questions out there in that game. So it'll be real interesting to see, who will be the week one starter for the Cleveland Browns, man. And this is going to probably draw a lot of attention to this game of just looking at the storylines. If you can just look at it, Travis Hunter, playing, his ex-teammate in Shedeur Sanders week one. That's if he's starting. So it's gonna be crazy to look at some of these storylines, looking at for the start of next year, and looking at the first week. So, week one already is gonna be a highly talked about game with the Jaguars playing against the Cleveland Browns week one. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not gonna predict who's gonna win these games because, like I said again, it's still too early to predict these games. We still waiting to September, stuff like that. So we're just gonna talk about the games. Like I said, I got a feeling what my prediction is, what I think this team gonna look like this year. And right now, it's crazy that we're talking about the Jaguars. Looking on ESPN, they about to talk about the Jaguars. So I'm gonna pull calls and holes on that real quick. And let me see if they're gonna talk about the Jaguars a little bit. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit here. Oh no, I guess they was on commercial break. I'm sorry. So we'll go back to the schedule release thing. You know what I'm saying? So the second game that we got, bear with me. We won week two, and week two, we are away. Denver, Mile High, week two. Now, this is going to be a rematch of the game Last year, I think we played week 14, week 15 late in the season, and we went, and a lot of people thought we was going to lose that game up in Mile High against Denver, and we went and we spanked and we put belt the ass. So this is going to be a rematch game. Bo Nix, Trevor Lawrence, a rematch of that game. And it's going to be a good game. So early on in the season, we get Denver. Maybe they get his back. They get their lit back from last year. Who knows? But this is going to be a good game as well. So, like, I like the first two games starting off. You got Cleveland, Shedeur Sanders, and you coming back next week with Bo Nix on the road, Mile High. Now, that could be a trap game. I'm not going to even sit here and lie. Early on in the season, you flying halfway across the country, go play a West Coast game. But I think I like what Liam Cohen, what these guys are going to be doing this year, getting this team, like I say, that Jaguar DNA, man. They building it now. And it's gonna be tested early on, man. So week 2, you got the Broncos, man. Week 3, we have the New England Patriots, another home game. Now, these home games, oh man, y'all got jokes in the comments, man. I do not look like no damn James Harden, man. Know what I'm talking about, though, man. So, but he do got to get to the finals, though. No cap, though. He got to get to the finals, though, because if he can't get to the finals this year, I don't know what to say about it. You know what I'm saying? So, but back to talking about the Jaguars, and let's talk about the week 3 game against New England. Drake May, Trevor Lawrence at home. This is going to be a good game as well. I do like the fact that we got this game at home. Mike Vrabel, we all know what's been going on with Mike Vrabel, the whole Diana Rossini thing, the whole affair. Is that going to affect the way this New England team going to play going into this season? You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a tough test for this New England team, because a lot of people think this New England team is not as good as, getting to the Super Bowl they got to last year. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a big test for the New England Patriots. I say that's more of a test for the New England Patriots than the Jaguars. I think, honestly, I like the Jaguars roster. I like us taking care of business that game. But like I say, I'm going to stay away from the prediction of these games, man. I'm going to try to hold off because something different from doing something different, something new this year. So we're going into week 4, and then we are away again with the Bengals. Now, this is a game I think is a get lit back game for us. Last year, we shouldn't have lost to the Bengals last year. We lost to a backup quarterback, man. So we get them early on, back on the road, back at home. Again, we get to redeem ourselves against them in their home stadium. So, Joe Burrow, can he stay healthy this year, man? Can he stay on the field? This could be an interesting matchup between two potential AFC contending teams for the championship game, potentially. Both of these are 2 young quarterbacks. And if he can stay, healthy, this could be a preview of the title game. So Caleb, Scotty, too hotty. You say Broncos winning the bowl, man. Y'all got to play Jacksonville week 2, man. Hey, that's gonna be a tough game, man. So we'll see if you guys going back to the, y'all had a great season last year, but all that don't mean nothing, because all that shit was last year, dog. So all what you talking, bro, that was last year. Can you say hi to my sister, Anika Khan? Hi, Anika Khan. I don't know who this is, but hi, Anika Khan. I'm just showing you some love real quick on the show real quick, but on the live screen, yo. So you know what I'm saying? So let's keep it back going, man, on the with the Broncos. Like I say, man, this is gonna be the New England Patriots. I think this is more of a test for the Patriots more than the Jaguars. I think I say, but again, how this team gonna look going into week 4, with everything that's going about their coach, is it gonna be a lot of drama with this team? Because I know it's gonna be following most of the season with this whole Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini thing. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So we're gonna move into the next game, man. And the next game, I said Bengals, right? I'm sorry. It was Bengals the next that we'll talk about. So we go back to week 5. Now, this when we kick off the London series, where we got 2 home games this year. back to back in London. This is the second time we've done this. We done this a couple years ago when we played 2 games back to back in London. We played, I think we played the Patriots one week. Then we played the Chicago Bears the week before. So this is nothing new. I think though, we should be able to take advantage of this situation, playing both games back to back. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we just looking at the grand scheme of things, man. This is an advantage for the Jaguars, man. So we got the Eagles Eagles, and then we got the Texans back the next week. So 2 difficult games, 2 playoff teams in London, man. It's gonna be 2 exciting games. Jalen Hurts, quarterback, and CJ Stroud. For all my Texans haters and fans and whatnot, that's gonna be a good battle. Jaguars try to get their lit back and redeem themselves from the meltdown they had last season in the what really turned the Texans season around, honestly. So I think they want to get that taste out their mouth. CJ Stroud want to prove that he's a top 10 quarterback. I know, so that's going to be a good game. The Eagles game, that's going to be a good game as well. So, 2 games in London back to back, and I know the Jaguars to be able to take care of business like they always do, man. So, you know what I'm saying? So, So now that we all went into week 6, we are into week 7 now. And week 7, and we go to week 7, we on a bye. And I think that's a perfect time for a bye. Week 7. Between like week 7, week 10 are perfect weeks for buys because it's right in the middle part of the season. You can kind of assess your roster, see where you at. You know what I'm saying? And then you can start making adjustments on how your team move forward for the second part of the season. So week 7, I think, is a great spot to have that buy-in, man, right at the middle of thick of things. You can, figure things out. You know what I'm saying? If you can make, changes on the roster, maybe grab guys in free agency or bring guys up from the practice squad, it's perfect time to get everybody gelled in. You know what I'm saying? So when you also, man, so that is week 7. We going into week 8. And week 8, we have the Colts at home. Now, this should be, an interesting game. It'll be our first time playing the Colts. And we get them early, man. We get them week 8. It's still not it done cooled down a little bit. This part of the year in Florida has been a big knock. They always say the Colts, they can't beat us in September because it's so hot, things like that. So we get them. They get us at the temperature is kind of warm. And so we'll see, how these guys play, man. They run it back with Shane Steichen. We'll see. Now, I live in Jacksonville, and I'm a Jag fan, but I also was raised in Cleveland. Looking forward to it. Hey, Buckeye fan, man, it's going to be a good game, man, down there. Now, for all you guys that's tuned into my channel, man, if you guys are coming into Jacksonville for tickets and things like that, man, the stadium is under a lot of construction. So, I would just say, be prepared for a lot of, delays, things like that, because this will be this like be the first time, I would say the city is doing some embarking on some things like this, active construction while the season is going on. But we're in a major development step into the construction. Like we had it last year and we was in the first phase of it, but this year we'll be further along. So it might look a little different. Yeah, trust me, 42,000 is what the capacity is this year for the stadium here. Yeah, absolutely. I know. I'm gonna try to catch one of those games this year, man. I don't live in Jacksonville, but I will try to catch one of those games this year, man. For sure, man. And thanks for Luke, Buckeye fan, man. Definitely look forward to seeing you at the game, man. If you come to that game week 1, because I definitely probably will be at that game in attendance week 1. Hopefully, Shador's on the field. Get to see him live in person, but whoever y'all got out there, it's gonna be a great game. But I don't want to get sidetracked. Just reading the comments, I'm going back and forth, man. And my guys that's on YouTube, man, y'all tap in, man. Y'all tap in onto the chat, man. So let's go back to week 8. Like I say, we got the Colts, followed by week 8. We're week 9. We got our first primetime game, Thursday night football against the Ravens. Short week. The last time we played the Ravens on a prime time, they embarrassed us. How I know that? My dad's a big, long time Raven fan. I took him to the game that year, and they beat us on Sunday Night Football. So I hope Trevor got that in the back of his mind to redeem himself, and I think it's gonna be a great game. Hopefully they don't embarrass us this year. But hey, they got a new coach in Mike Jesse Mentor, so I give us the advantage. But it's gonna be an interesting game. So we got one primetime game so far. Like I said, I haven't looked at it y'all yet, but that's our first primetime game so far on the roster that I've seen so far. But the Ravens, week 9, Ravens, good game, man, so far. And what I am liking about this roster, if you look, roster about this schedule, man. We got some heavy hitters in there. The Broncos. Obviously, we got to play the Texans twice, and then we got the Patriots. We got, the Eagles. So we are playing some of the top teams in the NFL, playoff teams. So I like the fact that, this is a chance this year for this Jacksonville Jaguar team this year to show the NFL world that they are ready and they are serious, man. And I like the matchups that they have on this roster, man, as far as the way they got the schedule set up, some of these games, man. So, back to back, you got difficult weeks, this first part of the season, you just look at the first weeks 1 through 9, you got about 4 different playoff. You got like 4 or 5 playoff teams in there, man. So, hey, it's going to be interesting to see, man. So let's look at where we're at. We're at week 10, right? So we're week 10, and we got a away game against the Titans. Titans got a new head coach in Robert Saleh. This is going to be a very interesting game too as well, because we all know the beef between Liam Cohen, Robert Saleh. We seen that happen last year on the sideline. I know they downplayed it, saying, well, it's still no beef, was love, just tension, the emotions of the game. But, it's still going to be good to see, these two coaches go at it, man, for the first time this year, week 10. They get to see each other. Let's see where the Tennessee Titans at part of the season. They went and got a whole new coaching staff, the dream team, what they want to call it. They Dable on the coaching staff. They went and got a lot of guys that got coaching experience. So this thing got to work in Tennessee. But I like what they got them on the roster late in the season, latter part. So let's see what they do, man. So week 10, we got the Titans, man. Now we scroll into week 11, and we are away to the New York Giants. Now, right now, we got 2 back-to-back away games. You got, go to Tennessee one week, then you got to go fly to New York. And I think this is a winnable game, man. Jackson Dart. We're gonna see what he looked like year 2. Scatterboot. The New York Giants got a lot of young talent on this team, man. Let's go Texans. We're going our ways. We'll see Jordan Dog. We're gonna see. We already talked about your Texans. We'll see. We're definitely gonna see about that. But the New York Giants, year 2, John Harbaugh taking over, as head coach. So, like I said again, this is a matchup that, this is a litmus test for this Giants team to see where they're at, if they're going to be a team that's going to be reckoned with, or, if this is going to be a team, it could be an easy win for the Jags, man. But again, playing in New York, bright lights, man, and it's always good to play in New York, play up there in the Meadows, man. And it's a good part-time in the season playing them. It won't be too cold, and I think Jaguars, they'll do their thing when they go up there, man. So week 10, we got week 11, I'm sorry. We got week 11, we got the New York Giants. So we're going to week 12. We're back at home to the Titans. So it's crazy this year because we play the Titans week 10, come around week 11, we play the Giants, and then we come right back the following week and play the Titans. So not a lot of room to relax, so it's like if we play them close the first time and say we win, we got to come back the next week at home and play. 2 weeks later and play them again. So That's gonna be kind of crazy, man. You know, to do that. This like the first time we've seen that with the Jaguars. We've seen it with other teams. I think I've seen it with Dallas. Have done that before with the Eagles, where they play them. Then the week wait, like 2 weeks later, they play them again. So you know, the Jaguars, they, you know what I'm saying, they got that. So let's see what the how the Titans look, man. Like I say, man, new coach, new regime. We'll see how they look, man. It say we got Keelan Rutledge and Caden McDonald. They are good pickups for the Texans. Yeah, like I say, man, the Texans did good in their draft. Overall, the Texans had a great offseason. The problem is with the Texans, man, is what y'all gonna get from CJ Stroud, bro. That's y'all whole biggest problem, bro. Like, in my opinion. I mean, the defense was a generational elite defense that you like lifetime defense you don't get every year, and they couldn't capitalize on it. And so, I mean, he gonna have to show and prove this year, man. All that talent on defense don't mean nothing if the quarterback can't put it together on offense to keep you in game. So, like I said, got to put it together, Jordan. But again, you know, Titans, you know, quick turnaround, got them boys back at week 12. Now we go to week 13 and we're away against the Chicago Bears. Now, that game right there could be a scary game for the Jaguars. Week 13, late in the season, it's starting to get cold. You know what I'm saying? You playing up there in the elements, you know. So I mean, it's gonna be a great game though. Two young quarterbacks. Trevor Lawrence lost to these guys. So a lot of teams that he's playing this year, he can get redeemed. He can get redemption on. He can get redemption on Caleb Williams. He can get redemption on CJ Stroud from the meltdown from last year. He can get redemption on the Cleveland Browns team. He lost the last time he played the Browns. He lost to the Browns. So it's a lot of redemption that he can get this season from games that he's lost in previous seasons. So just looking at this game right here, playing against we were in week 13 against the Bears, a team you lost to 2 years ago in London. You lost to these guys overseas, you know, and so hey, we'll see. And Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen, 2 second-year head coaches. I think that's gonna be a great game, man. Stroud looked good as far this offseason putting in the work. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see Jordan. He said he putting in the work. I'm gonna take your word for it. You know what I'm saying? I see he looking a lot leaner though. I seen some of his, his workouts and whatnot. So yeah, we'll see. Week 14, home. We have a Monday night game, our second primetime game, Monday night. Steelers. If you're a Jaguar fan, like a real deal, old school Jaguar fan, you know we have embarrassed the Steelers on Monday Night Football, and we beat them a lot on Monday Night Football. So we get them on Monday Night Football again this year, late in the season, week 14. You got a guy like who their coach is, I think the Giants, not the Giants, Green Bay head coach, Mike McCarthy. He's the head coach over there. Aaron Rodgers, what they gonna be looking like, man. So it's gonna be an interesting looking at. We got a Monday night game late in the season, we got a Thursday night game kind of late in the season, mid-season. So right now we got 2 primetime games, and that's looking good for the Jaguars. 2 primetime games. Now we got to make sure on these primetime games this year we don't get embarrassed, because if we get embarrassed, they're gonna take away the primetime games like they done before. But 2 primetime games, I'm liking it with the Steelers, man. Good, man. So it's a Stroud looking good as far as obviously putting. Oh yeah, okay, we'll see. So right now we got we at week 14. We're going into week 15. And when you go into week 15, we got the beloved Texans. Jordan, like I said, we got the Texans week 15 now, and we got them at home now. At this part of the season, we could be fighting for who gonna win the division. So this could be a very, very important game for both teams, for the Texans and the Jaguars, week 15. We got to see how both of these teams looking at the end of the season. Now, we know last year, both of these teams turned up. I feel like Jaguars, we kind of turned the Texans up after we let them come back in that game. That kind of turned their season around last year with them beating us. So we can't have that happen again this year. So I think having a game late in the season, we get to see where both of these teams at. It could be the deciding factor who win the division or not week 15. So we got the Texans late. We see how they look. They say, Jordan, I think the Cowboys and Eagles. I think it's Cowboys Eagles. What you mean? What had the most primetime games? Tell me what you talking about, Jordan, on that about the Cowboys Eagles. So week 16, we have our beloved Dallas Cowboys, and we have them on a Sunday night game, which is dope because we get to get a primetime game with America's team, but it's gonna be in Dallas, unfortunately, because I hate to say it, with the stadium reconstruction, things like that, it's not going to be a good look to have all that construction going on. And I know this personally because a couple years back, I went to a Florida State game and they was redoing their stadium. And just the way they had the camera angles and how they had to have it set up, it wasn't looking good. So I think, a lot of our, I think, if I'm not mistaken, most of our prime time games outside of one are all away. So I think it's gonna be good. I agree. I agree. It looks bad. People are going to rag us. Oh yeah, it will rag us. Definitely, they'll definitely rag us, man. So but we'll see on Thanksgiving. So they got the Thanksgiving game. Oh, okay. And that was one of the things that I was hoping for when I first seen that the Jaguars was gonna be a good looking on that too, Dylan, man, on the question, bro. So but like I was saying though, I was thinking the Jaguar was gonna get that Thanksgiving game, being that we had to play Dallas this year, but we didn't get it. But we do got a Sunday night game with them, primetime game, and then I think this is gonna be to show the world the Jaguars is for real at this point. At this part of the season, this will be to show the world, because if we're doing what we got to be doing at this part of the season, people still doubting us. People still think we're going to fall off. I think this will be that coming out game to let everybody know this Jacksonville Jaguar team is for real. What they did last year wasn't no fluke. And this team is like one of the teams y'all better start taking seriously in the AFC. So, but I do like the Spiders in primetime game. Everybody's watching, and we get to do it against the biggest stage, week 16, against America's team. Now, we hope Dallas will be in the playoff hunt then, so it'll be a good game, but who knows, man? It's what team you think we're supposed to lose to that will upset, and what team you have us thinking against and losing to. Okay, that's a great question, Dylan. So I got one guy in the chat just said one of the questions. So I'm going to answer that question, Dylan. Let me get through the last team, and then I'm going to answer that question. So, the last game of the season, week 17. I'm sorry, the last 2 weeks. Forgot we added another week. We got at home, we got the Commanders, and then we follow in the season up with the Colts. Now, two teams that, depending on how playoff position it is, I think, if we in good standings these last 2 games, I think these could be games where we're resting starters. They may not mean anything. But, I think overall, where they got the schedule set up, I think, it's good. We should have a successful season. I'm not going to put record. I just think we're going to have a successful season. Now, Dylan, to answer your question, now looking at this schedule, I would say a team that we probably would lose to that we should beat, I'm probably going to say the Tennessee Titans. The first time we play them, I think they get us. You know what I'm saying? So I think we lose to them. Another team that we possibly may lose to, honestly, we might lose to open the season opener against the Cleveland Browns. Like, new head coach, new staff. You don't really know like what to expect with this Cleveland team. So I think at those 2 games that I look at that we might lose. I look at, now games that people probably think that we might lose, that I think we will win. I think, the Eagles game is probably a game that a lot of people probably picking us to lose. I think we can win that game. And then I think another game that we could win too, which, Dallas Cowboy fans, I love raining on y'all parade. We're going to beat the Cowboys. Bubba Dub, love you, bro. But you talking about my team, say we trash, the Cowboys trash. So I think those are 2 games that we will win Dylan, to answer. I hope that answers your question, my brother. So, but yeah, so looking at the overall season, man, looking at the overall schedule, man, I like the way the schedule makers have made this schedule for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think that when you look at the way the schedule is positioned, man, um, this team can be a real successful team and have a winning record, can win the division. Like I said again, I'm not making no record predictions right now. The season is too early, man. What we can do, talk about is storylines, but I feel like we have some very interesting storylines for this season. Like I said, week 1, that's going to be a very interesting storyline. You know, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter connection, you know, playing against each other for the first time. Then you have, you know, in early the Patriots, you know, the Diane Rossini, Mike Vrabel, how that's gonna look come in. You know, then you also got the Cowboys. They always bring drama. You know, they always come with drama. And then you have, like I say, the Texans. When we play the Texans the first time around, you know, we want to get our lit back from that meltdown. And then the Titans the first time playing against Robert Saleh. So I feel like there was a great balance of storylines throughout the season, from start to the middle of the season to the end of the season playing the Cowboys. The Jaguars should be talked about if they do the corrective media reporting, which we know they always discredit the Jaguars. We know that. But if they do the right thing, man, we should be talked about throughout most of the season, man. So hell yeah, man. You know, so definitely, man. Hey, man, and man, subscribe to the channel too, Dylan, man. Oh, Dylan O'Shea, bro. Kick that, man. I'm doing the live is really most Jaguar content online, bro. For sure, man. Hey, Mr. White, man, you online, man. I want your opinion on the schedule, bro. Give me your thoughts on the schedule, Mr. White, man. Know you're a big Jaguar fan. What's your thoughts? Are Jaguar fans get in the comments and let me know what issues you have with the schedule? Do you think they made the schedule too hard or what? No, get in here and let me know, man. You know, I think the schedule was great, man. And again, when you look at the teams we're playing, we ain't playing a lot of cupcake teams. If you really look at the roster, you look at this schedule, man, let's count how many playoff teams the Jaguars playing this year. You just start back. Okay, you got Brown, not a playoff team. You got week 2, you got the Broncos, 1, Patriots, 2, Eagles, 3, Texans, 4. Okay. And okay, go back. Keep going. Bears 5, Steelers 6, Cowboys 7. So you playing 7 playoff teams, man. 7 playoff teams, bro. 7 playoff teams. And I think that's good for us, Jags, man. Now we all know, and we have to keep this in mind, that you know, some of these teams that are playoff teams are not going to be playoff teams when we get into the thick of the season. So that might change. But looking at the season right now, and you just looking at the schedule, 7 playoff teams on the schedule, that says something about the schedule makers when they think about the Jaguars, that this team could be actually pretty good. But we got to see. We got to go take that respect, because I think a lot of people think we're going to fail this season. The Texans is playing the Bills the first game of the season. Oh, Jordan, that's going to be a great game, man, because when you think about it, man, they want to get their lit back from you guys, man, that last game you guys played, that last game y'all played last year, man. They should have won that game, but hey, that's going to be a good game, man. You know, the Texans open up with the Bills first game of the season, man. So that's what's up right there, man. You know, but you know, looking at the schedule release, man, I'm liking the fact that the Jaguars got a Monday night game, Sunday night game, a Thursday night game, man. They got prime time games, man, and we didn't have that many prime time games last year, and you know we had to earn it this year. So I think, as long as the Jaguars, you know, we show up these prime time games, you know, we gotta show up. We gotta show up these prime time games. We want all the smoke this year. The Jaguars want all the smoke this year too with the Texans, man. I think it's a two-way battle in that AFC South division, man. And I think, the Texans and the Jaguars they're gonna be competing all year. And what I like about both of those teams, even though I hate the Texans, man, I like what D'Amico Ryans is doing over the Houston Texans, man. A black brother, man, he got that team on point. And he doing his thing over there. I can't stand his ass, but I like what he building over there. But it's a two-way race in the AFC South, man. So I think both of these teams want to come out this year showing that they belong. The Texans want to let people know that, hey, that defense still going to be dominant. CJ Stroud got a lot to prove. Trevor Lawrence, y'all seen what he did. He cut his hair. Matter of fact, let's watch it again, man. We're going to watch this thing again. We're going to watch it again, man. We're going to watch the schedule at least one more time, man. So let's do it. Your boy Trevor cut his hair, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, this might be bad for the NFL. Hey, everybody say, oh, you know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about his hair. Can't talk about his hair no more. Hey, T-Law in the building now, man. No more sunshine. It's T-Law. So, man, hey, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm definitely looking forward to the season, man. I'm so pumped about the season, man. And just, looking at, the way, how the team just been looking so far, man. The Ricky's coming in. We've been getting a lot of slack for the draft picks, and everybody got something to say about the draft picks and what we not doing, what we should be doing. But I mean, this is just one step closer to football, man. It's we got OTAs coming out, be more information and more closer to the season, man. But the schedule really just get you a little hype, man. And for all my guys that might, like I say, man, guys that might be coming into the city to watch games. I know one brother came in and said he want Cleveland fan might be there. Come, man, y'all gotta fuck with me. You see me in the stadium, come take a picture with me, gonna dap me up, man. We shoot the shit, man, and talk sports, bro. But yeah, man. It's great for the season to start. Great that it's football. We back. It's just like I say, we one more step closer to football, man. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna end this live stream, bro. We talked about it enough. I think a lot of the comments is there. You know what I'm saying? I see QB cut his hair. Yeah, he cut his hair, man. He cut his hair, man. But I think that's bad for the league now because I think Trevor about to grow up on y'all boys and go in and show y'all that he that dude, man. So definitely looking forward to it, man. Y'all check me out, man. More dope content coming, man. It's your boy Joe, man. Thank you guys for tuning into the live stream, man. And it's gonna be good. Oh yeah, we definitely standing on business this year. I think before I get out of here, I'll say this. The Jaguars going to shock a lot of people this year. A lot of these draft picks that we picked, and I like that dude, Tanner Cole, the last tight end we drafted. That guy's is a freakish nightmare. He's like 6'7", and then watching him in the mini camps, this guy can run. He can get upfield. He like a gazelle. Big dude. He's not all that fast, but he's a matchup nightmare. I just can't wait to see what Liam Cohen going to be doing with him in this offense, man. Even the other tight end, Nate Birkenkirk, man, he looked like he's a good guy. I say he Kerry Kittle's 2.0, man, might not be as he got version. He can be a great value version of Kerry Kittle's Nate Birkenkirk. So I mean, some of these guys they bring, I feel like they're gonna shock the world, man. I feel like the Jaguars, they're the new young up and coming franchise. I know everybody talked about, you know, the Chicago Bears and what Ben Johnson did. And everybody kind of talked, you know, they talked about us late in the season, but I think this year from out the gate, we're gonna establish, hey, this team is for real, and you guys, y'all can't deny us no more. So, with that being said, man, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank all you guys. Love you guys for tuning to the live stream. Check out my latest videos that I drop, man. I'm gonna be dropping more content, man. It's your boy Joe. I love you guys. Peace. Shit.